Good morning, guys. In the last session, we completed our discussion related to user management module implementation. In the today's session, we are going to implement inquiry management in our application. So here, coming to inquiry management, the inquiry management functionality depends on logged in user. So dashboard will display some data based on the user logged in into our application. Add inquiry, view inquiry, inquiry filter also depends upon the logged in user. So our application should remember which user logged in into that. Okay. To remember logged in user data, we are using session in our application. Once a user login is successful, I'm creating session and I'm storing user data in the session. Session dot set attribute user ID I'm storing in the session. Why we are storing user ID in the session? What is the purpose of storing user ID in the session? What is the purpose of storing user ID in the session? To understand which user logged in into our application. Now, once a user log in into our application, I'm redirecting the request to dashboard method. What is the purpose of that dashboard method? The dashboard method is responsible to get the data required for the dashboard and display the dashboard. Currently, dummy dashboard page is displaying. Now I need to get the data that is required for my dashboard. Fine. So to get the data that is required for the dashboard, which table we need to query, guys? In which table data will be available for the dashboard? Inquiry table will be available. In the inquiry table, whatever the data is available, I need to get that data, I need to display in the dashboard. So what is the logic we need to write for that? Go to here, repository, student inquiry repository is available. It is talking to student inquiries table. So these inquiries belongs to which user? I need to get that data. Inquiries are belongs to which user? Now, if I get the user data, that user inquiries also we can fetch. Find by user ID. Find by ID method I can use to get the data. With that method, I can get all the inquiries which are added by that user. Now go to our inquiry service. Go to inquiry service.java. Do we have any method in this? No, we don't have any method. I need to write a method which is responsible to display this dashboard data. Okay, let me write one method, public. This method will return dashboard response get dashboard data. Get dashboard data. So do I need to get all the details, or I need to get the details based on the logged in user? Based on the logged in user. So for that, I'm going to take user ID as a parameter. I'm writing one method in the inquiry service. That method is taking user ID as a parameter, and that method is returning dashboard response. So why I am taking user ID as a parameter? Why I am taking dashboard response as a return type? So dashboard response is a binding class which will represent total inquiry count, enrolled inquiries count, and lost inquiries count. This data I need to get based on the logged in user. That's why I'm passing user ID as a parameter. Now go to inquiry service IMPL class, new class that is going to implement inquiry service interface. Okay, inquiry service IMPL implement one interface called inquiry service. Right. Now, currently in this interface, one method is available, get a dashboard data based on the user ID. Now, let me represent this class as a Spring Bean. For that, I'm writing one annotation called @service. I need to talk to repository. So to talk to the repository, I need to take this user details repository. Now let me inject that private user details repository, which is user details repo. I am doing auto wiring. So I'm injecting one class object into another class object by using this auto wiring. User details repository available, and I have user ID. User ID is a primary key in the table. Do you know how to get the data based on the primary key? How to get the data based on the primary key? Find by ID. User details repo dot find by ID. Let me pass user ID as a parameter. I'm passing user ID as a parameter, find by ID. Now I'm getting one optional object. So with that ID, record may available, record may not available. How to verify record is available or not available? How to verify the record is available or not available? Come on. If find by ID dot present, if find by ID dot is present, if record is available, then only I want to get that record. Find by ID dot get. So what this method is returning for us? This method is returning user entity. This method is returning user entity. Based on the user entity, can we get the enquiries? Based on the user entity, can we get the enquiries? Yes, user entity having the reference of enquiries, list of enquiries, relationship is available. Let me take this user entity dot get enquiries. User entity dot get enquiries. For that user, how many enquiries are available? We are getting all the enquiries. So that is called list of enquiries. List of enquiries are available. Suppose if I get this enquiries dot size, what it will give me? Enquiries dot size. What is the purpose of the size method? It will give me integer total enquiries. Integer total enquiries I'm going to get. Observe carefully. I have a table. User details table is available, and I am having enquiry details table. Okay. Based on the logged in user, I need to get the enquiries. For that, in the service class, I'm writing one method. In the service class, I'm writing one method. So now here, get to dashboard data. This dashboard data, I need to get based on logged in user. Dashboard data, I will represent in the object format. So I am implementing this method. So in this method, I am trying to retrieve user record based on the user ID. User ID will be available in the session. So based on the user ID, I'm getting the user record. If user record is available, based on the user record, I'm getting enquiries of that user. There is a relationship between user table and enquiry table. One-to-many relationship. One user can have multiple enquiries. So based on the user entity, I'm getting the list of enquiries. So list dot size, it will give me total enquiries which are available. Now, once I got that list, I want to identify how many enquiries are enrolled, how many enquiries are lost. Are you guys getting my point? Now, I need to filter that data. How many times I'm executing my query? How many times I'm executing my query? Only one time. One query I'm executing, I'm getting all the enquiries. Simple example. Now, here I am getting one list, guys. I'm getting one list. In this list, multiple enquiries will be available. List I'm getting. Multiple enquiries will be available. In these enquiries, this is one collection. Can we consider this as a collection? So this collection, all user added enquiries. These are user added enquiries. Based on the user ID, I'm getting the enquiries. So this is one list. This is one list. Now if I call list.size, what it will tell me? Total enquiries. How many enquiries we are having? List.size will give me all the enquiries which are available. Now I need to get how many people enrolled in this list and how many enquiries we lost in this list. I need to get total size. I am able to get it already. What data I need for the dashboard? Total enquiries I need, Enrolled enquiries I need, last enquiries also I need. Now, currently, what this method is giving me, all the enquiries of that particular user. Am I getting all the enquiries, or I'm getting the enquiries based on the user ID? Based on the user ID, I'm getting the enquiries. Now, I got a list of enquiries of particular user based on the user ID. Enquiries data size, what it is giving me? What it is giving me? It is giving me total enquiries. Now, in this list, multiple enquiries will be available. Which enquiries are enrolled and which enquiries are lost? I need to get that count. I need to get that count. That means we need to filter the data. Now let me go for enquiries here. Enquiries dot stream. I'm going for Java 8 concept. Enquiries dot stream. Then let me go for dot filter. Let me go for dot filter. In the filter, what is the condition? The condition is if inquiry dot get inquiries dot get inquiry status. If inquiry status dot equals to enrolled. Come on, guys. If inquiries dot enrolled dot collector. Now I will go for collectors dot to list. Collectors dot to list. What I am trying to do here, whatever the list of inquiries I'm getting, I am applying a stream on that. Then I am filtering that stream. In this, all the inquiries, which inquiry status is enrolled, collect that and give me that data. List of inquiries I'm getting. So what is this list of inquiries? These are enrolled inquiries. These are enrolled inquiries. Now, once I get these enrolled inquiries, enrolled dot size, what it will give me? What it will give me? It will give me enrolled count. It will give me enrolled count. Dot collector, collectors dot to list. It is giving me list. Directly, if I call size method, directly it will give me the size of that. Integer enrolled count size I am going to get. I no need to store that into a variable separately. I no need to store that into a variable separately. Enquiries dot stream dot filter, enrolled filter, collect, then get the size of that. Now I got the total count. I got the total count. I got the enrolled count. Now I want to get the last count. How to get the last count? Same process, right? Enquiries dot stream dot filter. What is the filter condition? If inquiry dot get inquiry status dot equals to lost, then collect that. Collector. Now collectors dot to list dot size. What it will give me now? What it will give me now? It will give me integer last count. Integer last count. I got the total count, I got the enrolled count, and I got the last count. I want to send that data in the form of one object that is called my dashboard response. Now let me create the object for this class. Dashboard response is equal to new dashboard response. I'm creating response object. Now in this, I'm going to set the data response dot set total inquiries, total count, response dot set enrolled count, response dot set last count. That's it. Now observe the logic what I'm writing. I'm writing a method to get the data for the dashboard based on the user ID. Based on the user ID, I'm getting the user record. Based on the user record, I'm getting all the user inquiries. Whatever the inquiries I got, I'm getting the size of that. It will give me total inquiries count which are added by the user. I got the list. In that list, some are enrolled inquiries, some are last inquiries. How to filter that? I am going for Java 8 Stream API concept and I am filtering the data. I'm getting enrolled count and I'm getting last count. I have total count, I have enrolled count, I have last count. Instead of sending all these three values separately, I'm adding those three values to binding class object, response class object. Then I am going to return that response object. I'm returning that response object. Observe this method. So first of all, writing this method signature is important. What input we are taking for that method, what output that method is going to provide. Input I am taking user ID, output I am giving dashboard response. Dashboard response class is having three variables: total enquiries count, enrolled count, and last count. Now I am implementing that method based on the user ID. I'm getting user record. Based on the user record, I'm getting the enquiries. There is a relationship. What relation available between user and enquiries? One-to-many relationship available between user and enquiries. Enquiries dot size, I got the total count. From that list, I'm doing the stream filter. Enrolled count size I'm getting. Last size I'm getting. So all these three values I'm setting to my response object. I am returning that response object. So with this, my service layer is ready. Let us go for controller, enquiry controller. In this, I need to inject the service, private, enquiry service. I'm injecting by using auto void concept. Now, dashboard page method is getting called. So for this method, what I need to do? Logic to fetch the data from the dashboard. That logic to fetch the data for the dashboard. So I'm going to take model object as a parameter. Why I am taking model? Why I am taking model as a parameter? To send the data from controller to UI. Okay. Now I have my service method. Let me call it enquiry service dot get dashboard data. What it is expecting? What it is expecting, guys? Come on. Get a dashboard data method. What it is expecting? ID. From where I need to get that ID? From the session. So I need to inject the session object here. Already it is available. Now I will go here and I will call session dot get attribute. What is the key we stored? User ID. Session dot get attribute of user ID. Now I'm going to get that object. Get attribute method will give you object. I need to convert that into user ID typecasting. When the login is a success, I'm storing user ID in the session. Now, when user going to the dashboard page, I'm getting the user ID from the session. Session.set attribute, session.get attribute. I'm passing user ID here. It is going to give me the response object. In the dashboard method, I'm getting the session object value, session.get attribute of user ID. I got that user ID. Based on the user ID, I'm calling my service layer method that is giving me dashboard response object. I want to send this dashboard response object to the UI. Can you tell me how to send this object to the UI? Come on. Model dot add attribute key comma value response object. That is my dashboard response object. Okay. From this, instead of response, you can give whatever the name you want. Dashboard. Okay. Now dashboard data I want to send to the UI. Now go to, this is dashboard data. Dashboard data. Dashboard data. Key is dashboard data. Value is also dashboard data. Now go to this page. Go to this page. Dashboard.html. This dashboard HTML currently normal HTML. I want to make it as a time leaf. Right. Let us make it as a time leaf. XML ns:/th is equal to www.timeleaf.org. Okay. Now here total enquiries. Currently what I have done for the total enquiries, I have hard coded that value. Now what I need to do? What I need to do now? I need to fetch that value dynamically. I need to fetch that value dynamically. Okay. Total enquiries count. I want to fetch that value dynamically. Th colon text is equal to ph colon text is equal to dashboard data is available dot. What is the variable name? Total enquiries count. Total enquiries count. Dashboard object dot total enquiries count. Now I'm giving like this. Th colon text is equal to dashboard data dot total enquiry count. Now similarly about enrolled count and last count is also available. Th colon text, I need to take it as enrolled count. What is the variable name? Enrolled count. Now specify this as enrolled count. From the object I'm getting the data. Then similarly, I need to get the last count. Okay, what is the variable name? Last count is available. Go here and specify that as last count. That's it. From this controller method, I'm sending dashboard data. In the dashboard page, I'm getting that data, I'm printing that data. Earlier hard-coded values available. Now I'm getting the data from the controller, I'm displaying on the UI. So let us see, is it working as expected or not? Go to inquiry controller, dashboard method. I'm keeping a breakpoint in that. Okay, let me run my application, run as boot application. Instead of running, I'm going for a debug as boot application. Console, application started. Go to browser, access our application. Localhost colon 8080. Localhost colon 8080. Yes. Go to login into our account. Yes. Once I log in into this account, dashboard method will be called. Okay, let's verify. Click on login. If credentials are success, then control is coming to which method? First login method is executing F6. Now here my login logic is getting executed. It is checking given email ID, password correct or not. If they are correct, then what I am doing? Session dot set attribute. What value I am storing in the session? User ID I'm storing in the session. F6. Now F6. Yes, login is success. If login is success, what I am doing? If login is success, what I am doing? I am redirecting that to dashboard page. Now go to that dashboard method. Dashboard method is executing. In the dashboard method, what is the first line? What is the first line? Session dot get attribute. So what is the meaning of session dot get attribute? Get the data from the session based on the key. Now F6, I got that user ID. User ID coming or not? Yes, user ID coming from the session. So with this I know which user is logged in into our application. Then what I'm doing here? Get a dashboard data based on the user ID. Go to F5, F6, find by ID with the user ID. I'm trying to retrieve user record based on the user ID. User ID available. With that user ID, I got the user record. From the user record, I'm getting the enquiries. Now, enquiries. How many enquiries available currently? How many enquiries available currently in the database? Do I have any data in the enquiry table or I don't have any data in the enquiry table? No, 0 is available. So total count 0. Now, if I go for stream, any data available? No. So all the values will be zeros. Why all the values will be zeros? Currently, we have not inserted any enquiry. Okay, F8. When I go for F8, next page will be displayed. So in this page, how we are getting total enquiries? 0. Enrolled enquiries? 0. Last enquiries also? 0. So we are getting the enquiries data dynamically. But currently in the database, data is not available. After we add the enquiry, then we will get those inquiries here. Are you guys able to follow this? Good. So you are able to understand how I am developing this dashboard page logic. So when user logged in successfully, that request will be redirected to dashboard method. Dashboard method will get the user ID from the session, will call dashboard data method. Dashboard data method, based on the user ID, it will retrieve the user record. Based on the user record, we will get the inquiries added by that user. Okay. And I'm getting total count. I'm getting enrolled count and I'm getting last count. These are three values I added to response object. I am returning that response object. Whatever the response I'm getting from service method, same response I'm sending to UI. In the UI page, based on this object, I'm getting the data and I'm displaying that data. Okay. So with this, our dashboard page also completed. If user logged in successfully, disable the breakpoint. Let me go for logout. I logged out. Click on login. Enter our credentials. @123 @login. What is the count I'm getting? Total 0, enrolled 0, last 0. Why zeros? Data not available. Now we need to work on add inquiry. We need to develop add inquiry. Dummy UI is available. Dummy UI is available. Now I need to get this data from the form and I need to insert the record into table. I need to get the data and I need to insert the data into table. Okay. Add inquiry page is loading. Perfect. Go to inquiry service. Do we have any method in the inquiry service to add the inquiry? Not available. Let us create that. Public. First of all, to save the data, I need to get courses from the database and I need to get the class mode from the database. How to get that? Can you tell the method? Public list of string. What I will do? Get courses. Public list of string, get courses. What is the purpose of this method, guys? Can you tell me? What is the purpose of this method? It is used to get the courses to display in the drop down. Okay. Next one. I need another method. Public list of string, get course modes. Public list of string, get course modes. So why we need this method? What is the purpose of this method? To get the data for the drop down. Class mode drop down. Not course mode. It is class mode. Okay. Get to courses. This method is used to get the data for the course drop down. Class modes. This method is used to get the data for the class mode. What about inquiry status? What about inquiry status? New, enrolled, last, right? So now this inquiry status, we can hard code or we can get that from database also. Perfect. Now get courses, get class modes and class mode. No. I think 1 minute. Entities, student inquiry status we have. Inquiry status we have. Class mode we don't have. Get inquiry status. Class mode is hard coded. Get inquiry statuses and get courses. Perfect. Now go to controller. Here we have logout method. We have dashboard method. We have add inquiry. We have view inquiries. Along with this, what we need? Along with this, what we need? We are having inquiry. Add inquiry method is available. Add inquiry method is available. Let me take model object for this. Why we are taking model? To send the data. First of all, get courses for drop down. Right? Next one, get inquiry status for drop down. Okay. Third step, create binding class object. Create binding class object. These are the things that I need to do in the add inquiry page. Get courses for the drop down, get inquiry status for the drop down, create the binding object, create the binding class object, then return add inquiry page. Set the data in the model object. Set data in model object. So whenever you click on add inquiry, it should load drop down data for mode. It should load the drop down data for the courses. It should load the drop down data for status, and form binding should happen. Form binding should happen. Get courses for the drop down, get status for the drop down, create binding class object and set the data in the model object. Okay, fine. This is our controller method. This is our service method. Get courses, get inquiry statuses, then next one, public boolean save inquiry. So to save the inquiry, what I will take here? What I will take here? Inquiry form is required or not? Inquiry form data will be available. In order to develop add inquiry screen, in order to develop add inquiry screen, I need to get the drop downs data, and finally I need to save the form data. To get the drop downs data, two methods available. To save the form data, one method is available. Go to service IMPL. Go to service IMPL, write this, get courses and get statuses. Courses will be available in which table? Course table will be available. Let me inject that repository. Private courses repository. Courses repo. Let me go for auto wiring. Inquiries will be available. Inquiry status will be available. Inquiry status repository is available. That is status repository. Let us go for auto wiring. From the courses repository, I need to get all the courses. How to get all the courses? Come on. Course repository dot find all. What it will return? All the course entities. But what I want? Only course names. But what it is giving? What it is giving? All the courses, all the entities I am getting. But what I need? What I need? Only names. What I am getting? All the entities. From these entities, I need to get only name. I need to send that name to the UI. How can we do that? Already I am doing find all. With the find all, what will happen? I am getting list of entities. But what my method should return? Only names. Only names. So from these entities, I need to get only name and I need to add to another list. Let us see here. List of string names is equal to new array list. New array list. Fine. I got the list of entities. From the entities, I need to take this names for each loop. Course entity of find all. Now I will do names dot add of entity dot get course name. That's it. Finally, I will return these names. Clear? Look at this method. Coding you cannot butify. Based on the requirement, you have to develop this. If I explain this for 100 times also, it will not come into your brain unless you do this code on your own. Doing the project is not that much easy. If it is a theoretical concept, I can explain 2 to 3 times. I can explain with the diagram. I can explain 2 to 3 times. I can inject into your brain if it is a theoretical topic. But coding, if I explain 100 times also, you will not get it. Because if you write that code with your hand, then only you will understand. I am doing each and everything in front of you. I'm explaining what is my requirement. For that requirement, what code is required, I'm writing that. So same thing you need to do after the class is completed. Mostly by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, second project will be completed. This is bit lengthy, but you should be able to do it on your own. You should be able to do it on your own. Sorry? With query also we can do it. There are multiple ways. You can write a query to get only names, right? That also we can do. Here what I am doing, course repository dot find all. What is the meaning of a find all? I got all the records available in the table. Record means it will contain the ID and name. But what I need for the drop down? I need only name for the drop down. So I am creating one collection, list of names. Whatever the list of entities I got, I am iterating the list of entities and I am getting the name and I am adding the name to this collection. I am returning only names from that. Same thing I need to do for inquiry status also. Now I will go here and I will take status repository dot find all. What this method is going to return? All the entities. Do I need ID and status or I need only status? Only status. How can I get that? Same process. List of string. I will take statuses is equal to new array list. New array list. Then status list. I can say status list. Now I got the status list. Fine. Let me go for each loop. Inquiry status entity. I have a collection. From this collection, I need to get only status. I need to add that to this list. Status list dot add of entity dot get status name. That's it. Here, when I call the find all method, it is giving me list of entities. From these entities, I need to get only status name. Okay. So this is my new collection to add only status. Find all list of entities. I'm writing a for each loop. I want to get the each entity. From the each entity, I need to get the status and I'm adding that to the list. Finally, I'm going to return this list. Okay. This method will give course names drop down data. This method will give me inquiry status drop down data. These methods are used for getting drop downs data. Okay. Another method that is used to save the inquiry. Saving the inquiry, we will do it later. First, let us see, are we able to display the form? Are we able to capture form data? Are we able to display the form? Are we able to capture form data? Go to inquiry controller. Get courses for the drop down. Okay. Service method is available. Inquiry service. Get courses for drop down. Inquiry service dot get courses. Inquiry service dot get courses. Okay. What it is returning? Courses I got. Inquiry status drop down. Here, let me go for inquiry service dot get inquiry statuses. Another list I got it. Create binding class object. What is our binding class object? Inquiry form is available. Inquiry form is available. Form object. I will call it as form object. New inquiry form. New inquiry form. Set the data in the model object. Now what I need to do? I need to send courses to the UI. I need to send status to the UI. I need to send form binding object to the UI. How to send the data to the UI? Come on. Let me go for model dot add attribute key comma value. Here I will give course names. Okay. So here course list is available. Similarly, I will go for model dot add attribute key, that is inquiry list. Inquiry status names. Now this one also we are sending to the UI. Model dot add attribute. Biswajit, what is the use of coming to the class, man? What is the use of coming to the class? I'm asking you. What is the use of coming to the class? Sir, I'm calling you only. What is the use of coming to the class? No. I'm observing from last 30 minutes. You are sleeping. What is the use of sitting in the class? Form object. I created our form object. Now, this form object, I want to send to the UI to bind my form data to the binding class object. So model.add attribute key and value, key and value, key and value. By this time, you might have realized learning the course is different, developing the project is different. I'm writing the code. There is no use for you. Just for sake of syllabus, I need to complete mini projects. I have to do the live coding. I'm doing the coding in front of you. Line by line, I'm writing. That will work. We will get the output. But any use for these 70 to 80 people from today's class? Is there any use for you? Are you getting something? Are you learning something? No. Are you learning something? No. Just like that, methods are completing, output is coming. Because I'm writing the code, if any problem comes, I know how to resolve that. I know how to get the output. When you will get benefit from this mini project? When you will get benefit from this mini project? If you write this code on your own. If you watch when I am writing the code, no use for you. If I don't develop, then you will say that Sir is not explaining the coding. I'm explaining the coding, I'm writing the coding. But how much code you are able to complete on your own? That is the important part here. You just need to understand how I am thinking about that requirement, what kind of methods I am writing, what logic I am writing inside that method. Are you able to do that logic on your own? You need to check that. Clear? So there is no better option or there is no other option to teach you this code. I am telling you my requirement and I am explaining what is the analysis and I am writing that code. But 90% of the people will not understand what I am writing. Even if somebody writing the code, I will not understand that. If I write it on my own, then only I will understand that. So same, you need to do this on your own. If you don't do this on your own, there is no benefit. There is no advantage for you. Right. Add inquiry page method is available. The main purpose of this method to display this page. In this page, mode drop down is available. It is hard coded value. Course names drop down should come from the table. Status drop down data should come from the table. This form should be binded to one binding class object. Okay. Now this drop downs data I'm getting from the service layer. Service.get courses, service.get statuses, and binding class object I'm creating. Binding class object I'm creating. That binding class object data and drop downs data I'm setting in the UI. I'm setting in the model object and I'm returning add inquiry page. Now let us go to add inquiry page. It is a normal HTML. Make it as time leaf, right? XML NS colon th is equal to www.timeleaf.org. Okay. Currently, if you see, normal form is available. Normal form is available. I want to convert into time leaf form. Form binding I want to perform. Okay. First step I will do th colon action. th colon action. Then I will go for th colon object. Okay. Then I will go for method. It is post request method. Fine. Object, binding class object. What is our binding class object? We are sending from controller. What is this? Form object. So this is my form binding class object. I'm giving that. Okay. Action. Whenever you submit this form, what should happen? Okay. For that, @/add inquiry. So I should write one post request method which is responsible to add the inquiry. th:\action add inquiry, th:\object form object, method is equal to post I am giving for that. Okay. Student name, input type is equal to email, and ID, class, placeholder, label is available. I need to map it to one field. How to map it to field? th:\field. th:\field. Now go to form binding object. What is the variable? Student name is available. Let me take this student name. th:\field is equal to star of student name. th:\field is equal to star of student name. This is email, na? 1 minute. Input type is equal to text. Input type is equal to text. Class form control, placeholder is student name, th:\field is equal to student name. So what is the meaning of this th:\field? What is the meaning of th:\field? To bind this field data to this variable. Okay. Next one. Same thing I need to do for other variables also. Contact number is available. th:\field. Now here phone number. Input type is equal to number. Input type is equal to number. Now this one example 12, form example 12, contact number, placeholder. Let me give it as contact number. Contact number. th:\field. What is the variable name? Student phone number. Go here and add this value. Student phone number. So this field is binded to name. This field is binded to phone number. Now what next? What next? Class mode is available. Class mode is available. Div class, form, outline, option, online, and classroom. Okay. This is going to be 13 and example 13. So div class, label, class form label for this class model. Select is available. ID I have given class select. How to map it to the field? th:\field. So I should map this to which field? I should map this to which field? Class mode. I should map this to class mode. Okay. th:\field is equal to class mode. That means whatever the mode you select, that should be binded to this variable, class mode. Now, after this class mode is completed, what is next one? Course. What is the next one? Course is available. Course ID and class option select Java full stack. Some course is available. Currently, this drop down data is hard coded. Should I hard code the data or I should not hard code the data? I should not hard code the data. From where we need to get that data? We need to get the data from the database and we need to display that data. First of all, let us map this. Select field. What is the field? th:\field. th:\field. Form select is available. Now, let me take this. What is this? Course name. th:\field. Let me go for course name. Then similarly, I need to take this. Inquiry status is also available. Here also we have hard coded. Remove that hard coded value. Then here also let us give this field, that is inquiry status. Yeah. So with this our form binding is completed, guys. Here I have button. Let me take it as input type is equal to submit. Input type is equal to submit. Okay. Now let me go for value. Input type is equal to submit. Value is equal to submit. Anything is fine. Value is equal to submit. So whenever you submit this button, whenever you submit this form, request should go to post method. Add inquiry method is available. Now here, this drop downs data, we need to get it dynamically and we need to display that data. First, let's observe. Action, object is available, post method is available. Okay, example 13. Let me give here example 14 and IDs. I'm giving unique ID. Perfect. Yeah, form is ready. Form binding. Let us run this application once and see it is working or not. I'm clearing the console. Go here, log out, log in into our application. Click on login. Go to add inquiry. So, is it working or not working? Not working. It is failing. Let us see. Value is required in the option tag. Add inquiry line number 79. Line number 79. Okay. Add inquiry line number 79. Option. Whenever we are writing a option tag, for this it is expecting some value. Option value is equal to empty. Here I'm writing value is equal to online. Here I'm writing value is equal to classroom. Okay. Here option tag value I'm giving as empty. Here also option select value I'm giving as empty. Now refresh. So with this I'm able to get the inquiry page. Student name, contact number, class mode, course status. Course and status drop down data coming or not coming? It is not coming. First of all, we need to map that data here. First of all, we need to map the data here. In the JSP, we have used items, option, form colon, options, items we have given. But currently we are using time leaf. How to display that collection in the time leaf drop down? How to display that drop down? What for each? I have a list, guys. I have a list. Course list is available. That course list I want to print as option in the drop down. Course list I want to print as a option in the drop down. Let us check in the Google. So display dynamic values in time leaf drop down. In time leaf drop down list. Okay. Dynamic drop downs using time leaf and Spring Boot. Go to the browser. Now here select, what is this? What is this? TH colon each service, TH value, TH text. So there is TH dot each tag is available. By using TH dot each, we can display options dynamically. Option, let me take this. Okay. Option value is available. Course name, na? Let me give it as course. What is the value coming from this? Course names coming. Now dollar of course names. I'm getting course name. Okay. So TH colon each course names are coming. TH value, TH text. They are sending list of values. Now course is available. Let me give value as the course. Okay. And the text also as a course only. Same thing I need to do for this inquiry status also. Here I will take it as status, and what is the list I'm sending? Status names. Status names available. Take this. Stop it. Status names. Let me take the status. Give the status here and give the status here. Option. First, by default, select will be displayed. After that, I want to display options which are coming from database table. To display the database values in the drop-down, option th:\each. This is the key which is coming from the controller. From that, I need to take each value and I need to display as option in the drop-down. Perfect. Now we have data loader. Currently in our database, do we have that data for the courses and inquiry status? What about courses and inquiry status? Those tables are dynamic tables or those are static tables? Dynamic tables or static tables? Static tables. If they are static tables, can we insert the data by using runner? Yes or no? Implements. I want to load the data for the static tables. Implements, application, runner. Okay. Which method we need to override? Run method. In this run method, I will write the logic to insert that data. Right. Private course repository, that is course repo. Let me go for auto wiring. Similarly, status repository available, private status repository, inquiry status repository is available. Let me go for auto wiring. Perfect. Course repository is available and status repository also available. Now I want to insert some courses and some statuses. Okay, fine. Let me take arrays dot as list. So I will take the list as Java, some Python, and DevOps, AWS. This is a list of courses. Okay, course list is available. Similarly, I need to get inquiries list, status list. I want to insert this data. Status list is available. Now, initially it will be new. Then later it will be enrolled. Then it will be lost. That's it. So these are inquiries. I have courses list and I have inquiries list. Let me insert that. Course repository is available. Course repository dot save all. Now I will pass course list. Okay. Then I will go for save all method is expecting iterable, not applicable for list. Okay. Arrays dot as list. I'm getting list of string, but it is expecting iterable object. Convert the list to iterable. 1 minute. I'm converting the list to iterable, collection to iterable. No. How to convert the list to iterable directly? Okay. Yeah, directly I can take iterable object like this. Oh, no, sir, this is not the right way. We need to insert the record based on the entities. We need to insert the record based on the entity. Okay, this is not the right approach. Sorry. So I need to create course entity C1 is equal to new course entity. C1 dot set course name. Let me set it as Java. Okay, like this, multiple entities we need to create and we need to insert that data. Okay, C1, C2, and C3. Java, Python, some DevOps. C1, C2, and C3. Three courses I'm taking. Now I can insert these three entities by using save all method. Okay, course repo dot save all. Now I can take arrays dot as list of C1 comma C2 comma C3. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Three records will be inserted into course table. Before inserting them, delete all. Why I am calling delete all? Every time when this runner is executed, three records will be inserted. If I run my project for 10 times, 10 into 3, 30 records will be inserted. I want to delete old records and I want to insert these records. This is for course data insertion. Same thing I need to do for status also. Status repo dot delete all. Any data available in the status, delete that. Now, inquiry status entity. This is S1 is equal to new inquiry status entity. Perfect. Let me go for S1 dot set status name. Initially, that status will be available as new. Status will be available as new. Next one, enrolled and lost. S1, S2, and this one will be S3, S3. New, enrolled, and status is lost. So what I need to do now? Status repo dot save all. Status repository dot save all. For that, we will go for arrays dot as list of S1 comma S2 comma S3. S1, S2, and S3. Perfect. So with this, our runner is ready. It is deleting the data from the course table, will insert three records into course table. It will delete data from status table and it will insert three records into status table. Whatever the data we are inserting, that data coming to our form or not, that is what we need to verify. Course drop down, inquiry drop down, coming or not. Run the application. Run this application. It failed. ID is there. What about the primary key value? Primary key value coming or not coming? Generated value, then strategy. I'm giving it as identity. Generated value, identity. Okay, same thing for entity this way here also. Primary key value should be generated. Run this. Course ID does not have default value. Could not execute this statement. It is not able to insert into course table. Okay. Previously, those tables are not created with auto increment. Tables not created with the auto increment. That's why it is not able to take it. Remove this. If auto increment is available, it will work. Auto increment not available for that. First time when the tables are created, auto increment we have not added. Okay, now run. Yes, see how many queries got executed. It inserted the record into courses table, 3 records inserted into courses table, 3 records inserted into inquiry status table. Now log in into our application, log out, log in. Yeah, go to add inquiry. Are we getting the courses in the drop down? Yes. Statuses? Yes, we are getting in the drop down. So this data coming from where? Where is this data available now? This data is available in the database table. Now what is the next step? Now what is the next step? When I click on submit, what should happen? It should go to my controller method. Guys, I have just done form binding and I inserted some dummy data into database table. Course names I have inserted and inquiry status also I have inserted. So with that data, I'm able to load add inquiry page. Course names are coming and status is also coming. If I click on submit, now this data should be inserted into database table. Now go to inquiry table. In the inquiry table, data available or not available? Data not available. Now, can you help me to insert that data into table? Can you tell me how to insert that data into table now? Yes, come on. What I need to do to insert the data into table? What I need to do to insert that data into table, guys? Post request method, add inquiry. Do we have that method, add inquiry post request method? No. Can we write that method now? So we have inquiry method which is binded to get request. It is loading the page. Okay. Drop downs data coming dynamically. Now I need to submit the form. Once the form is submitted, that inquiry should be inserted into database table. Okay. Let us write one post request method, public string add inquiry. Okay. For this, we need to take form binding object and I'm going to take model object. So here I want to return same page, guys. I want to return same page. What is that page name? After inquiry got added, I want to return same page. After inquiry got added, I want to return same page. Okay. Here I'm taking add inquiry form binding object. So do you know what is the purpose of model attribute? What is the purpose of model attribute? Send this data again back to the form. Add inquiry. Let us go for post mapping. The URL pattern is add inquiry. First of all, can we see form binding is happening or not? Can we print that data? After printing the data, here to do save the data. Save the data. First of all, I want to observe form data coming to the controller or not. If form data coming to the controller, then I'm good. I will insert that data. We know how to insert it. First of all, when we submit that form, data coming to the controller or not. If data is coming to the controller, then I will insert that data into database table. Are you guys clear? Let's see this. Clear the console, run this application. Currently, I don't have the logic to insert the data. Just I am printing that object. If it is coming, then I'm good to insert. Console, clear that. Go to our application, login again. Login. Login. Add inquiry. Page is loaded. Drop downs data also coming. Go to console. Clear this. Add the student name, some value, Raju, contact number, and he want to go for online course, DevOps, status, new inquiry. Okay. Clear our console. Any data available in the console? No. Click on submit. When I click on submit, form object is coming or not? So are we able to get the data or we are not able to get the data? We are able to get the data. We are able to get the data. Student name is equal to Raju. phone number is available, class mode is available, course name is available, inquiry status is also available. Clear? Good. So I'm able to submit the form. I'm able to load the inquiry form and I'm able to submit the inquiry form. I'm able to capture form data. What is the next step? What is the next step? I need to insert that data. I need to insert that data. Who is responsible to insert? My service. Inquiry service is available. Inquiry service dot save inquiry by passing form binding object. What is the return type of this method? What is return type of this method? Boolean. Okay. If status is true, else. Now, if it is success, then what I will do? Model dot add attribute. I will go for success message. Inquiry added. Inquiry added. Suppose if it is false, then model dot add attribute. Then I will go for error message. Problem occurred. We will do that, right? Success message and failure message is available. I'm returning same page. Okay, go to this method. Guys, here we should be very careful. Now, what logic I need to write in this method? What logic I need to write in this method? Come on. What functionality we are implementing now? What functionality we are implementing now? We are implementing save inquiry. That means our employee will log in, our employee will enter some data in the form and they will click on submit button. When they click on submit button, request is going to inquiry controller post request method. Post request method capturing the form data and calling the service method. Now, what this service method should do? Now, what is the responsibility of our service method? Come on, guys. What is the responsibility of our service method? It has to insert the record into table. Okay. Go to service, save inquiry. This is a form binding object. Can we insert the record with the form binding object? No. What is required to insert the record? Entity is required. User details repository, and I need to go for inquiry details repository. What is the name of that? Student inquiry repository. I need this repository. Student inquiry repository, which is inquiry repo. Let me go for auto wiring. What is the purpose of this repository? It is used to insert the record into table. Okay, take this. Inquiry repository dot save. What it is expecting? What it is expecting? Entity. Which entity? Student inquiry entity. But what we have? Form object. So what to do now? What to do now? I need to copy the data from the form object to entity object. Student inquiry entity. Entity is equal to new student inquiry entity. Then bean utils dot copy properties source form entity. Now I will pass my entity object and I will return null value. Sorry, true value. I am calling my service layer method. Service layer method getting form object data. I'm copying to entity object and I'm calling inquiry repository dot save of entity. What is the meaning of that? From the form, I'm getting the data. I'm copying the data to entity object and I'm inserting the record into table. Okay, fine. It is returning true. What is the meaning of true? What is the meaning of true? Data saved successfully. Go to success and go to this page. Display that message. Display that message. Okay, already we have that in the login page na. Success message display and error message display. Error message will be with the danger. Success message with the success. What is our key? Success message. Yes. Now I will give text success. Perfect. Guys, can you see any problem in this logic? There is a bug. Can you identify what is the bug in that code? Think. Think. You understand what is the logic I am trying to do? I am taking the data from the form. I am copying the data to entity. I am inserting the record into table. I am taking the data from the form. I am trying to insert the record into table. Check it. Can you identify any problem in that code? Perfect. This inquiry belongs to which user? Am I setting the user data for the inquiry? No. Directly I'm inserting the inquiry in the table. But this inquiry added by which employee? This inquiry added by which employee? Am I setting that data or I am not setting that data? I'm not setting that directly. I'm taking the form data. I'm inserting the form data into table. But this is added by whom? This inquiry added by whom? How to resolve this problem? Come on. Tell me.
So retrieve the email from the session.
How to resolve this problem?
Sir, add the user ID from the session object to the
Correct.
entity.
We need to get the user ID from the session object and we need to set that user data for the inquiry entity. If you see our table design, inquiry table having user ID or not? Why inquiry table having user ID? Why inquiry table having user ID? Because it is a foreign key. So whenever one inquiry inserting in the table, we need to specify this inquiry adding by which user. How to get the user data?
From the session.
How to get the user data?
From the session.
From the session. Okay. Now go to save inquiry. Here already we are having user service IMPL. We need to get the session and we need to set the user ID for the inquiry. Okay. Let me take the session object here. Private HTTP session. Now let me go for auto wiring. I have the session. Tell me, before this, I need to get the data from the session. How to get the data from the session? Session dot get attribute of user ID. It will give me object, convert into integer. So let me take it as user ID of integer. Now I got the user ID. So now what I need to do? What I need to do?
Entity. Add to the entity.
Here I need to go for user details repository dot find by ID of user ID dot get. So it is going to give me user entity. It will give me user entity. Now here I am having inquiry entity. 1 minute. Here I am having inquiry entity. Now what I will do is inquiry entity dot set user entity object I'm setting. Then finally, I will go for inquiry entity save. Here, whenever you submit that form, it will come to post request method. It is calling our service layer method. Go to service layer method. Here, student inquiry entity is available. Data coming from the binding object. Binding object data I am copying to entity object. That is not sufficient to insert the record. I need to set which user inserting this record. User ID available in the session. How to get the data from the session? Session dot get attribute of user ID. I got the user ID. Once I get the user ID, based on the user ID, I'm retrieving the user record. That user record I'm setting to inquiry because inquiry having a reference of user. This is many to one. Multiple inquiries are belongs to one user. So that user object I am setting to inquiry entity. Then finally, which entity I am saving? Which entity I am saving? Inquiry entity I am saving. What is the meaning of that? This inquiry belongs to particular user. Now let's try this. Now I need to check all the tables. User details table. How many records available? One record available. Inquiry table. How many records available in the inquiry table? No record is available in the inquiry table. Inquiry table, no record is available. Clear the console. Go to application. Log out. Login. Login. Add inquiry. Currently, nothing is available, guys. Clear the console. Then add the details. Raj, contact number, some value, online, Python, new inquiry. New inquiry. Currently in the database, inquiry table having any data or inquiry table does not have any data? Does not have any data. What is the expectation? What is the expectation? This inquiry should be added along with the user ID. Which user is logged in with that user ID? This record should be inserted. Click on submit. What it is saying? Inquiry added. Go to table. Record inserted or not inserted? Record inserted. Inquiry ID, class mode, course name, date created, status, updated, student name, and student name is available. Select user ID. User ID populated or not? User ID populated or not? User ID populated as 1. What is the meaning? User ID populated as 1. This inquiry added by the user whose ID is 1. Now let us see one inquiry added. Now go to our dashboard. Total inquiries coming as 1 or not? What about total inquiries coming? 1. Enrolled count 0. Last count 0. One inquiry added by this user. Go to add inquiry. Let me add one more thing. John, contact number, class mode. He want to go for classroom training, Java, inquiry status, new. Click on submit. Inquiry added. Go to database table. Select star from inquiry table. Run this. How many inquiries available now? 2 inquiries available. These 2 inquiries belongs to which user? These 2 inquiries added by which user? One user added 2 inquiries. If I go to home page, what is the count I'm getting? Total inquiries I'm getting as 2. So with this, add inquiry functionality working as expected. Let me add one more inquiry, something like Charles, some number, course, DevOps, online, DevOps, status new. Click on submit. For example, this user enrolled already. This user has done the payment. After doing the payment, he called. I have enrolled for the DevOps course. Now click on submit. What is the status? Total inquiries coming as 3. Actually, we should get that as a enrolled. But what is the enrolled count I'm getting? 0. But in the database, what is our enrolled count? Select a star from inquiry table. There is a bug. There is a bug. Inquiry status coming as enrolled. Why it is not coming? The reason is our filter logic is wrong. See here, inquiry service IMPL. When I'm doing the filtering, what is the status I have given? Uppercase enrolled. But in the database, it inserted with lowercase. Okay, take this. Enrolled. Now, here also, I will give last like this. Clear the console. Now, go to our application homepage. Now, what happened? Filter that it is not matching with the database column value. Okay, so total 3 inquiries available. 1 inquiry is enrolled status. Go for add inquiry. Some example, for example, Ashok, contact number, class mode, classroom, course Java, status new. Click on submit. Inquiry added, homepage. Total 4 inquiries available for this user. Total 4 inquiries available for this user. So what is pending now? View inquiries. This is hard-coded data. So what I need to do? What I need to do? I need to get this data dynamically from the table and I need to display. When I click on edit, it should go to same page. I can update the data and I can see that data which is updated. So view inquiries page we will develop in the tomorrow's class. I need to get the data, I need to display, I need to edit, and I need to filter that. So today we completed dashboard functionality as well as add inquiry functionality. This is drop down data also coming from database table. Okay, fine. Any questions, anyone? Any questions, anyone?
Sir, we are using filters.
Sorry?
We are using filters.
Correct.
Sir, in case of alternative, is there queries?
What filter you are telling? I'm not getting your question. What filter?
In our application, we are using filters for the last inquiries and enrolled inquiries.
That is view inquiry. Here, if you select it, data should update. This is filter only. This is filter only. Okay, we will implement that. We'll implement those filters.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Hi, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
user ID, sir. User ID showing one only, sir. Whenever we are saving the entries.
Sorry?
User ID is only one, sir, in database.
Yes, only once. Na? That is existing user. That user added inquiry. Why we will insert the user every time? User is already available, whose ID is 1. That user is logged in, that user adding the inquiries. User ID will be stored in the inquiry table, not in the user table.
Okay, sir. For logged in user, this user ID is there.
Correct. For
Okay.
logged in user, this user ID is available. With that user ID, inquiries are inserted into the table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got it. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in place of for each, in service method, sir, you use for each. So can we use maps?
We can use that also. Anything is fine.
Okay, sir.
Anything is fine. Yeah, fine, guys. Good. So please, online students, please practice this example. Complete this functionality, what we have done today. Tomorrow we will complete this project. Tomorrow I will implement that view inquiry page with the filters. Okay, thank you.